Giants versus Jets. I actually have the Giants having a better record than the Jets. But I'm gonna start out with the
Okay.
Jets. The big news is Justin Fields hurt his toe. Is
Yep,
that correct?
dislocated.
He hurt his toe. He hurt his toe in non-hitting competition. Okay. Yeah. Again, I got the Giants on that one. The Jets schedule is tough. Steelers, Bills, Buccaneers. Those are all playoff teams. Then you got Dolphins, Cowgirls, Broncos. Then you got Panthers, Bengals, Browns. Even the Browns, I think, will be tough, especially in November. Then you got the Ravens. Then you got the Falcons. Then you got the Jags. That's a layover. Then you got the Pats. I don't think the Jets win more than 6 games.
See, I disagree. I think they
Really?
win. I think they're around the 8 thing, and we're seeing them as they're not making the playoffs, but I think we see them in the hunt column. I think best thing was addition by subtraction. Aaron Rodgers is gone. You don't have to worry about that. So you got that. I think I like Justin Fields, despite him dislocating his toe, which throws back his. I know it's day to day, but every practice trying to be in a new system is invaluable, and you try to shorten up that learning curve, or especially early in the season. Yeah, it's a smart move for him having Tyrod Taylor. That helps. But you have Garrett Wilson. I'm glad they gave him that extension. It was smart on their part to give him that extension because he is extremely good. He just needed help on the other side. He's needed another player. You thought Alan Lazard would be that guy, but no, why Alan Lazard wound up with the Jets. So I look at what they have. I think Mason Taylor's can be a really good player too. So you have that part. Brees Hall, I know he was on the way. He was mentioned as a trade target. I think they find a better way to utilize him, and it helps to have a mobile quarterback. So you start to see that RPO game a little bit more stuff. I know Hackett did it, but I think the little wrinkles the Jets will be using on that one. And their defense is always good. They always had the pieces of defense. They're going to be a tough out, and I think especially I think Dolphins are going to be down. The Patriots are still going to have to learn to find their way and their footing. We know the Bills are going to win this division. I think they have a legitimate shot to be the number 2 team in this division. Still not make the playoffs, but I think they'll give a lot of teams a lot of problems.
I think the Bills win the division by default, not because they're good. And I actually think the Dolphins give them a run for their money towards late in the season, but we'll talk about that another time. I don't want to spend too much time on the Jets because we got about 5 minutes left. The biggest question for me, you mentioned Sauce Gardner, you mentioned Justin Fields, you mentioned all these things. Who's going to be the player that comes out of nowhere? Because that's what the good teams have. The good teams always have a guy that comes out of nowhere. Who's going to be that guy for the Jets? That's
It's the
the big
rookie.
question.
And Mason Taylor, I'm really high on this rookie. I think he's done really good. I think when you look at the way that he can be utilized, he reminds me a lot of Jimmy Graham. He really does. And the fact that he got the jump ball ability, the ability to box out, he needs some refinement in terms of running his routes. I think there's still some work that he needs to be done on that one. And obviously that comes to coaching, and you're hoping that they're working their way out to there. But I like his hands, and especially in the red zone. It's just going to be a team that methodically have to move the ball down the field. But I think especially when you short yardage situations, the matchup problems that he can create, I think he's a guy that'll come out and actually have a surprisingly decent rookie season.
Hmm. Well, see, you are the man that picked the Cardinals to to win 11 games. So I'm just saying. Finally, the New York Football Giants. The first 3 games at Kansas City and in Dallas and at the Commanders. They start out 0-3.
Yeah.
They easily start out 0-3. And then their next 3 games are the Chargers, Saints, Eagles. They're just not good enough to beat those teams. They don't execute well enough. They don't make plays on the perimeter because it doesn't matter about talent. They just don't want to win right now. That's what it feels like.
New York Giants are going to be, I think we're going to be on Jackson Dart Watch. And I think we're going to be on the over under when those prop planes come and saying fire everybody, Shane and Dable coming back out probably after week 5, week 6. Like the fact that you brought them back and the way the schedule lays out early on, it does not bode well. And since all those reports were out there saying that Mara, the owner, wanted to see a market of improvement or they're all out, you're going to have a lame duck coach sitting there, basically dead. Everybody knows dead man walking about middle of the way to the season. And we're talking about, well, I want to see improvement. He's going, and to me, it just feels like they're going to throw the rookie out just to say, oh, look, he got better as the year goes along. If he does get that, so please keep me, and it's not going to happen. Russ Wilson and Malik Neighbors, yeah, that works out. They look good so far early in camp, but we haven't really seen it because of their pads. Besides Malik Neighbors, what are you going to go to? Darius Slayton?